Not this weather, okay? Not this weather. Guys, I swear it was so warm minutes ago. What the hell's this now? Also, why is the water coming in here? Oh my gosh, my problems are many. Anyway, the show must go on. Angikholwa angiyikholelwa nje le nto engiyibona lapha phambi kwami. As she gets ready. Hi, what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I hope that you stay and become part of the family, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. And you already know, like, the love right here. Anyway, do not forget to like, do not forget to comment, do not forget to share, do not forget to subscribe, and yeah, did I say don't forget to comment? Yeah, don't forget to engage in the comment section. Once again, I've forgotten to close my window. Will I get up to close it? Nah. I'll fix whatever the problem is. Anyway, so if you've seen the title of today's video, you already know what this is about. Geez, I actually don't even know where to start. Like, I don't even know why I thought of this and what actually triggered. Oh, okay, I do know what triggered this. So being a plus size girl on social media comes with a lot. It comes with a whole lot. Like, as of late, like, okay, let me start here. So as of late, like, I have been caught between like a rock and a hard place, in the sense that, so I want to lose some weight, right? I'm not too sure. I haven't necessarily set a goal for myself in terms of like how many kilos and that type of thing, but I know like I want to fit into a size 36 again. And I want to look a certain way. I'm not sure if 36, because I feel like my size 36 might have been a bit but I mean, I just know like I want to shed some weight and I want to look a certain way, so that, and it's for many reasons really. It's for my clothes. I want to dress a certain way. I want my clothes to sit on me a certain way, and just for me, because that's something that I want to do. But now I have found that a lot of brands and a lot of brands that have been approaching me lately, for example, like this week alone, 2 brands have approached me for brand collaborations with them, and they obviously work with plus size models. And why I say I'm caught between a rock and a hard place is because a part of me is saying, obviously, lose this weight and feel good about yourself. I'm not saying I don't feel good about myself now, but obviously I'm going to feel better once I've lost this weight and once I have this body that I in my mind have, but I feel like a lot of brands have been approaching me based off what they see currently, based off of the girl that they're seeing now, the body that they're seeing now, the confidence that they're seeing now. And obviously they have this vision of making me relatable to other plus size ladies, and just trying to obviously grow the body positivity, and you know what I'm saying, and I've been sitting and I'm like, now when I lose weight, do these brands still look at me the same, or do they now, obviously I'm not going to attract the same brands because like I'm no longer considered necessarily plus size, even though I feel like I've always been a slightly big girl, but in the eyes of society, once I maybe start being a size 30 something, 36, 34, let's just say, I'm no longer considered a plus size model, if I can put it that way. I'm no longer considered that in society, and also I just feel like I really just would like brands to approach me for everything else but my body, because a lot of brands now, they come to me, there's this one for this intimate wear line, they obviously came to me and they made it very clear that you represent a certain market that we're trying to get into, or you represent a certain market that we're trying to promote and trying to create positivity around, which is the plus size community. And you know, it's like being a plus size girl on social media comes with a lot. It comes with a whole lot. Like, for example, first of all, you would think as like someone that represents body positivity, you would think that women, your audience would mainly be women. You know, when you look at like your insights, you'd have mainly women, obviously of teen, like from a teenage age going up, that follow you because maybe they relate to you, because you know they love your confidence, or they love the fact that you're all about body positivity and all that. So you would think that, you know, it's mainly going to be women that are following you for this content, women that are commenting and engaging on you, blah blah blah, because you're a woman and you're trying to be relatable to other women, and you're trying to sort of spread this positivity amongst society, but also mainly amongst other women. But no, that's not the case. You find that when you're a plus size model or a plus size representative, does that even make sense? Okay, you find that when you like represent the plus size community, actually, that you actually attract more men on your social media than you would women, which is so crazy to me. I mean, I get it in a sense, but it's crazy because it's like more men are trying to see this content more than women. And why is that, you know? And it's weird because you'll find that a lot of campaigns now, they obviously want to know, like, what is your audience, you know, what is your following looking like, what's the percentages between women and men and whatever. And I was so shocked the other day when I looked at my insights, and I was like, I have about 60% of men following me and 40% of women, which now is better, because I remember, I think last year, or if not the year before, when I looked, I was like 70-30, and I was just like, why are women not following me? I thought I was relatable to women. I thought women would love this content because, you know, I'm giving you body, I'm giving you skincare, I'm giving you makeup, I'm giving you fashion, I'm giving you, you know, all these things that I would expect women to appreciate and women to follow. Turns out I was completely wrong. You know, it's men that are more likely to follow and comment on your content, you know, which brings me to my next point. You know, living as a plus size girl, if I can put it that way, comes with a lot of expectations as well, in the sense of like, people always expect you to be this brave, bold, confident person. Like, they always expect you to just be on top of your game. They always expect you to just be like, I can't even explain it, like I can't put the words to it, but there's always this expectation of you to just almost be, you must almost always be perfect, as if you're trying to make up for the fact that you're plus size. I struggle a lot to articulate myself sometimes, because everything makes sense in my head when I have to say it. It sounds weird, but I hope that you get me. Like, I hope I'm making sense and I don't sound crazy. You know, like, it's crazy. Like, when you're plus size, you're always considered, like, there's a certain plus size that is expected of society that comes with a small waist and bigger hips and a big bum, or and doesn't matter how big you are, but you must always have that ratio where your upper body is smaller than your lower body, or you've got this hourglass figure. Okay. And as soon as you start to fall out of that, you start realizing that all that you're trying to portray as a body positive person is not recognized, because you're not necessarily appreciated the way you thought you would, because that's not necessarily what society wants. Society says, yeah, you can be a big girl, you can be plus size, you can be big, you can be thick, you can be fat. I hate using that word, but you know. But then they say also, but you must be fat like this, you must be thick like this. And it's like, okay, where's the butt? Where's the butt going? Like, why are there certain, like, why is it that I can only be a certain way, I can only represent this community if I'm curvy in certain areas or more voluptuous in certain areas? You know, like, I don't know, but like, to me, I just find it really, really crazy. And then there's also just like being a big girl in general, like in life. I saw this tweet not so long ago where this lady was like, as a black woman, you understand that different versions of you attract different types of people in your life. And she was mainly referring to men. She was like, if you've got short hair, you'll attract a certain type of man. If you've got your natural hair out, you'll attract a certain type of man. And also it also depends on what type of natural hair you have. And then there's also obviously if you're dark skin, light skin, whatever. But then there's also if you're a big girl, you attract men out of, I think she said, out of lust. And if you're like a petite lady, I don't know what you attract men out of. But it was just like my whole understanding of the whole tweet was, it's actually so crazy how, as as a black woman, as a plus size black woman, I don't want to say the odds are against you because that sounds really like crazy, but your options are almost limited. Yeah, that sounds right. Like as a black woman, as a plus size black woman, your options are already limited in the sense of what you attract. And I'm not just talking men, I'm talking in general, obviously. What you attract, what people find relatable towards you, why people start to follow you and why people start to engage with you. All because, there's still, as much as the body positivity community is so big, but it's still almost like shunned out, like it's still very shied away, maybe because we haven't, like, as a society been able to create the acceptance fully that it's okay to be a big black girl, it's okay to be a big black girl that dresses a certain way. Automatically now you're a big black girl, you can't be dressing a certain way, you can't be oozing a certain amount of confidence, and when you are, you're considered brave. Okay, so I'm not just a person now I'm a warrior. I'm a soldier. Like, it's a lot, as I saying. Gee, somebody called me and I've lost my trail of thought. Oh yes, and also like this these stereotypes that come with being a big black girl, like, especially I may be wrong, I stand to be corrected, but I think also, like, especially like in the black community, like, number one, if you're a big girl, there's certain things that you're expected there's certain things that you're unable to do because you're big. Like you can't play sports, you can't do outdoor activities, you can't be doing like quad biking or abseiling or freaking horse riding. Oh my gosh, I will tell you guys about that just now. And also there's this perception that if you are, I didn't close my window because it's really stuffy in my room, okay? I can, but we'll fix that. Also, like, the perception that, like, if you're a big girl, you automatically are labeled as lazy, you're automatically labeled as almost sluggish because you basically have no regard for yourself, you've let yourself go, you don't take care of yourself, I was nagegeli or whatever. And it's like, I'm a big black woman, okay? Where does all this other stuff come from? Like somehow it's just like being big, being plus size, it's just associated with all this negativity. And then also when you try to portray the positivity that comes with it, suddenly, you're brave. Why do you think I'm doing too much in your eyes and that's why I'm considered brave? I understand. I just don't get it. Okay, so let me quickly just digress a bit and tell you guys about why I had to mention horse riding. So last year sometime I went horse riding with a friend, and obviously we took pictures and I posted these pictures. Why is my nose itchy? Sorry. And I posted these pictures on Twitter. Cool. And this hun comments on the picture and she's just like, she's tagging her friends and she's making some comment, but I didn't understand what was going on. Like, I didn't understand the engagement because obviously it was an inside joke of sorts, so I didn't get it until eventually, as I went through my mentions, I realized that, okay, so they went horse riding somewhere and the guy was told that he's not allowed to go horse riding because he was over 100 kilos and the limit was 100 kilos. And so basically they were saying like, hi gay, like, joke was on you, like, why would they tell you that? Because this hun, she's on top of a horse or whatever. First of all, you do know that two people can weigh 100 kilograms but not have the same body size or the body shape or look the same. Some people are bigger boned and so they're heavy because their bones are bigger and heavier. Some people weigh more because the ratio between the water and the fat or whatever in their body, whatever. Like, we can, 4 people can stand in a room and weigh 100 kilos, but not look the same, right? Right. So they made those comments, and obviously me being the petty girl that I am, I blocked the entire crew, every single one of them. I think there's like 4 of them. I blocked all of them. They've never interacted on my content before. They just rocked out of nowhere, 5 TLs away, came to find this picture and decided to have the inside joke as mates. I said, not on my watch, not on my TL, block. Now, this goes on to what I want to say as well. Somehow, when you're a big black woman, whenever people make reference to you as Isdula, whenever people make reference to how big you are, and you feel some type of way or you get in your feelings about it, people start to say, how aren't you the same confident person who believes in themselves? What happened to your self-esteem? Blah 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 blah. Pause. Just because I'm confident and I believe in myself and I live my life and I'm okay with dressing a certain way or showing my body off a certain way, doesn't mean that now you are allowed to say vile things to me because I've got thick skin. Because I've lived my life for years, I've lived years of my life developing this thick skin towards things that you're going to say. I'm still human. I've still got feelings, I've still got emotions. You can't just say whatever just because now, oh no, she's a confident girl, she can take it. Hi, I can't take it. In fact, it's not that I can't, I won't take it. I won't take it. Just because now I'm a big black girl, and this goes back to that thing of bravery. Now because I'm a warrior, I'm a soldier, I'm this brave hand, I've got armor, you know, now you can just say whatever and talk to me like you're falling off a tree or make remarks towards me that are rude, disrespectful, but I have to take it because I'm this confident hand. Please, not here, hey? Try next door, but not on my watch. It has to really just come to an end, because I feel like it's expecting so much of one person. Like, you're expecting so much of me as an individual, whereby if the roles were reversed and you were in my shoes, it would be a different story. It would be a completely different story, you know? What else? Like, there's so many things that I could cover, but like, honestly, also after that phone call, my train of thought ran out the window completely, and I get distracted really easy. But you know what, if you, as someone that is a plus size lady or guy, you know, if you would like to share some of your experiences, or share also like other things that you've noticed about being a plus size person in society or being a plus size person on social media, please let me know. Let's just go back a bit. Back to the vile comments and whatever. There are people on mainly Instagram that will follow you, knowing very well that you post this content where you wear swimwear or you wear intimate wear or you show off your body, blah 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 blah. They know that you represent body positivity, but they will come onto your Instagram and want to make remarks like, oh my god, if I had cellulite like that, I wouldn't be posting myself. How dare you post your bums like that with all that cellulite and those stretch marks? How dare you do this because, girl, you're too big for that? Stop right there. UK, from 20 TLs away, 20 timelines away, you found my profile, you followed me, knowing very well the type of content that I post, but all of a sudden, because on this particular day you feel like I'm doing too much in your eyes, now you want to place some form of restrictions on what I can and can't post. Please, love, of course you won't be. You wouldn't post that because this is my Instagram. Go and talk all of that on your Instagram. This is my data. This is my content. Which also like relates back to what I was saying. Like, people think that all of a sudden because you're this confident woman, now you're going to be taking vile comments from them, or you're going to take it with a smile, or you're going to take it like with a pinch of salt because you've got thick skin. No, I'm not going to do that. Not because I can't, because I won't. I refuse for you to disrespect me and think I'm going to take it just because I'm a black woman. Don't do that. Don't do that, please. But anyway, if you have any other experiences or have any other thoughts, you know, on what I've spoken about in this video, please feel free to leave a comment down below. Also engage with each other down below. And if you feel like you don't want to share anything down below, feel free to drop me a DM, feel free to drop me an email. All my social media handles will be down below, as well as my email address. That is it for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that as much as I struggle with articulating myself, you were able to understand maybe the context or able to understand where I'm coming from. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye.